Okay, update on Sita. In part one, my last video, it didn't show the actual thing that happened, but her toe was caught in a part of the cage. You'll see that on the video. Oh, here she is. Here's your sweetie. So as you can see, her foot is much better. She's much happier. Bubby, don't climb up, please. All right. And it's actually really scared me having them walk on the cages and climb the cages. If it was anything else in the place that caused an injury, I could remove it, hide it. As you can see, I've put curtains up so they stop going into the kitchen. Also a protective barrier to stop them going outside, which they never really have, so that's good. But yeah, the fact that it's the cage, that it's their safe place, I can't do anything about it. I can't fix it, I can't change it. Well, maybe I could hide the hole. I'll just show it again. So this hole, and these bits slide into the groove. Oh, Scampy, you just want cuddles? Yeah, he's molting, so he's a bit rough. They slide into the cage when you build it. So it's kind of loose in there, and that's where her entire back toe, that's Scamp, but the entire back toe got caught in there and she was struggling to break free. So the things I've changed in her cage, just so, because everyone else has their food bowls down the bottom, because it was just a lot of clutter on top. If I tried to keep them up top, I put the food and water up top for her. I also made her that flat perch so she can sit there if she has to. But she hasn't even used it. She seems fine now. But it just terrifies me every time I hear them walking on the cage or climbing the cage. I panic and I have to watch them and I'm terrified. It's traumatized me. They seem fine with it. Sita seems fine. I guess she knows it was a freak accident and she's not even trying to avoid anything. It's just scary. I don't know what to do. I don't know. It just terrifies me, right? Yeah. And even if I lock them up in the cage and leave them for a while, I'm just like, are they going to get caught in something? And it's not just those holes. It's all sorts of parts here. Like in these grooves, they could get a toenail caught in there. So many different places they can get injured in their own cage. I'm starting to hate cages now, but I guess there's not much we can do. And accidents happen, so we just have to be careful. Right, Bubs? We just have to be a bit careful, don't we? Yeah. And prepare for the worst. I always have some cornstarch ready in a little container in their bird supplies boxes. And that way, if there's any bleeding, I can use that to stop the bleeding. And as you saw, I had cayenne pepper. That's always good for pain. Which she didn't take any of, which was weird. Her favourite food is carrot, so she'll do anything for carrot. Forget sunflower seeds, forget everything else. Carrot's her favourite food. So that's what I tried to use to get her to take some cayenne pepper, but she wouldn't do it. Oh, but she's so much happier now. Can you show me your footsie? Where's your toe? There it is. So it looks fine, right? I was expecting the skin to be ripped off, broken toe, or even the whole toe being cut off. And what I was worried about is if I couldn't get her toe free, I would have had to undo the bolts on every part of that cage, take that whole front off to be able to free her. So we were very lucky, weren't we, Bubby? We were so lucky. You're okay. Good girl. And the weird thing is, I don't know if I mentioned this already, is that she didn't scream. You think if they're in trouble, sometimes they do if they're in trouble. They'll make some funny noises, but she was just dead quiet and focusing on trying to get her toe out. The other thing is that I was here to watch it. So I was just standing here, and that's where the accident happened, and I saw her struggling, and I was, like, okay, what's wrong with her? What's she doing? If I wasn't in the room, if I was out, gosh, who knows how long she would have been stuck there. Who knows how much damage she would have done to get herself free. I just don't know. but it's terrified me, and that was our first accident. As our first emergency. We did so well. But, you know, something could happen. Something will happen, you know, eventually. One day. One day. We just have to be prepared. I mean, you're 12 years old now, and I've had you for a year and a half. Yeah, so I didn't want anything to happen so soon after getting you, right, Bubby? Yeah. Yeah, you're a perfect little bird. I didn't want you to end up with missing toes and cracked beak and plucked feathers and all sorts of things, you know, while I have you in my care. I'm sorry it happened and I don't know how to fix it, but as long as you're good now, okay? If anyone has any suggestions on what to do about that, please let me know. Do you want to go back, Bubs? No, you're happy? Okay. I mean, I could wrap something around it. I don't want to use ropes. I don't want to use vet tape. I've tried those things before and they're no good. I guess I could use seagrass rope. But even then, like I said, those other gaps in the cages, they're also problems. So, you okay, Bubby? Oh, you're using that foot real good, huh? Good job, Bubs. I'm proud of you. You handled it very well. And the look on her face, like she was struggling to get it out. When I walked over to help her, she sort of stared at me for a second or two. Maybe she was trying to tell me something's wrong, or she's wondering what I was about to do. I couldn't even separate the bars enough to get her out properly. And because it jiggles and moves around in that hole, I don't know if I was crushing her toe more, trying to set her free. It's just stressed me out and I can't stop thinking about it. Yes, I cried thinking about it. But you're okay now, huh? And she did pluck a lot of feathers the first 2 nights after it happened. So can we see that, Bubby? Are you busy? I don't think it was from there. What are you doing? Are you plucking right now? You're not? Okay. Yeah, she usually plucks around the other leg. Bubs, come here. She's so cute. Your squeaks are adorable, Bubs. I love you. Look at these wings. They're starting to grow out. Can we even see them? She's got one little one here that needs to fall out and regrow. Oh, sorry. Oh, she didn't like it. She didn't like it. Okay. All right. Well, so that's just something I guess you guys need to be aware of. And it's not just the cage, it's toys. Anything with metal chains, metal clips. I try to remove as many clips and ropes and chains off toys as I can. Try to use as much natural products. So with toys, I'll remove the ropes or chains and clips and replace them with leather twine or seagrass rope. And I just tie them to the cage. I don't use the clips. So that's another helpful tip. You're too cute. You're too cute. Where are you going? No fuzzy slippers. Oh, you're such a good girl. You don't get yourself into any trouble on purpose, do you, darling? Yeah. Gosh, I don't even know how it happened, really. She was just walking along. It just got wedged in there, didn't it, Bubs? Are you a good girl? You are? Can we have a look at where you pluck? You can't even see it, and it's like... You want to come? Around her back end. To open your... I don't know if I can open her wings now that I've picked her up. You want to step down? Can I see under your wing, please? Oh, sorry. Can I lift your wing? She's not really plucking under there as much as I thought. Good girl, Bubby. Good girl. Love you.